So I was like in my mid late 30s, and I said, "Man, if I don't do it now, when am I going to do it?" I was still single, so I think I just gotten out of a relationship. So I was in a life stage where I could take risk, and I felt like I learned enough and been the number two at a couple companies that I said, "Okay, I want to go figure out something on my own." And so that started a process for about a year. I was thinking about different things I wanted to do. It all started to kind of point back towards mental health, education, kids was like a main focus. And I literally just kind of walked the earth. I was talking to different research groups, looking at different applications, and met the team at Boston Children's at the time. And it did feel like one of those moments where it all kind of coalesced on a single idea, where they had been working on these video games that effectively operate as therapy for kids. So instead of putting a child in front of a therapist, you give them this video game experience that is kind of interactive therapy. They worked on a prototype. I got really excited about the prototype, saw the opportunity. And then almost like commensurate to the week, my nephew, who was about 6 years old at the time, had one of these really like big emotional outbreaks on Disney World. Couldn't get on a ride. Huge outburst of anger from a young child, which if you've ever seen it is a very jarring experience to see a young child and that much pent up aggression. And so it was this like personal aligned with the professional interest that really collided in that moment. And I just decided to go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting though, because it wasn't like you had a child and that was like really intimately part of your world at that point. You were a young single guy, but you kind of somehow these things just came, these events.
Well, yeah, I think it's inspired. I generally maybe a bit like I try to take the long view, just in my own thinking, not only about myself, about a variety of things, and wanted to. And I had done the prior two things I'd done were all things that I felt passionate about. Solar technology, one was around antibiotic susceptibility.